Hey, I guess I'm live, so let's figure out what to do with this thing. Let's play in some wigs and makeup. It's been a stressful few months with COVID-19. Looks like we are all still, well, I guess not everyone, but most of us who are sane are still under quarantine and in the house, but that doesn't mean we have to look like this. So let's get it together and figure out how to make this look okay. I'm going to give a couple of more minutes for people to start showing up, and let's see what we can do. Hey everybody, I know the times have been ugly, but that doesn't mean we have to be. So I'm going to try to transform this into something that looks, you know, presentable to the world, even though I'm pretty much staying in the house other than going to a couple of drive-thrus. The first thing we want to do is get our eyebrow situation together. So since I can't go out to the salon and get my eyebrows waxed like I usually do, I have this thing here. This is called Flawless Brows. I got this on Amazon, and we're just going to turn this on and see if we can arch my brows and make them look presentable, even though I can't go to get my eyebrows waxed at the salon. So let's go. So I just want to do a cleanup kind of where the line started. Clean up any straggling hairs here. Yeah, that's starting to look all better already. So let's get the top situation under control. Yep, let's clean up under here. Get the middle unibrow situation taken care of. So we have the left brow done. So now let's move to the right brow and even it out. Oh, let's just, all right. Tame the brow situation, even though we can't leave the house, or at least shouldn't be leaving the house if we want to stay safe and healthy. So let's get the brows done. That's it. So we have our brows done. Now, if you are like me and you are a woman of a certain age, sometimes we get a whisker here and there. And I have this thing, finishing touch. So since I can't go get my face waxed, that's when you use something like this. Now you want to start putting on your makeup. So I have different kinds of makeup depending on the makeup situation. And I'm not leaving the house, so I'm not going to do what they call a full beat. We'll just do maybe a little tiny bit of foundation and maybe a little bit of pressed powder. We have matte setting spray for once we get finished. And then I have my favorite go-to is when, hey Helena, how you doing, sweetie? Miss you. So this is a lifesaver for me. This Nars foundation stick. I use this when I travel, and it's really fast. So basically what I do is I just put a little on my face. A little under the chin here, cover Patricia. And then the other side of the foundation stick is a little makeup brush. So that's how you kind of blend it in. So you just stipple it in. Get under the eyes, the dark circles and that kind of thing, because you're probably having sleepless nights with all these riots and foolishness going on. So to cover up the evidence of the sleepless night, we're just going to put a little bit of foundation to cover this here. Kind of cover it up like the police did when they got Breonna Taylor. Now, what I'm going to do here is start stippling until we cover the freckles, because I have a lot of freckles since I've gotten older. So this will give you a more even skin tone. when you cover everything up. Get over the lip, get the nose, make sure everything's even. And then I have some additional discoloration over here. I think that's a curling iron burn or something. So I usually like to cover that with a little foundation too. So let's add a little more foundation up here where we have the curling iron burn. See, covers it right up. It just whoop, disappears. And then we'll blend it in. Okay. All right, now that we have our face kind of blended in, let's maybe add a little color to our lips. What say you? Add some color to our lips. So most of the wigs that I'm going to be trying on today. Hey, Soror Georgette, how you doing, sweetie? Love you, miss you. That's right, pretty poodles. Yep. So let's get some lips going. Let's do, I guess, maybe a neutral lip, since we're going to be trying on different colors. So this is the color Nude Creme, and this is from the makeup line Milani. You can get that at any drugstore, CVS, Walgreens. Hugs and kisses, Soror. So we're going to add some of this nude lip. I like a nude lip because it goes with pretty much anything you wear, and you can dress it up or dress it down. A little nude lip. But the thing about wearing a nude lip, if you don't want to look washed out when you're wearing a nude lip, that means you're going to want to add some pops of color on other parts of your face. So we're going to do a little blush on our cheeks. And for the blush, I have this little blush stick. This is, what is it? LA Girls blush stick. And we're just going to put a little bit on our cheeks. So I'll put a little on the apples of my cheek. Just a little. And then take it up. See that? So that gives a little pop of color without being too extreme. You don't want to look like Mimi from the Drew Carey show. Remember that character? So we're just kind of stippling it across the cheekbone here. And then we're going to do the other side. Start with the apple of the cheek, stipple, and work our way up this cheekbone. And if you want to blend it in, let's get a little more color. Ooh, that might be a little. Just use your fingers. I just use my fingers just to kind of blend it in, brush it in like that. Hey, Rachel, I see you, girl. We're trying to beat back this quarantine look. So then maybe we'll do a light eyeliner, nothing too crazy. I'm pretty conservative, so I usually have a conservative eyeliner look unless I'm going someplace where it calls for a more dramatic look. And so I have a couple of palettes that I really like. I got this shadow palette from Juvia's Place. Juvia's Place is a black-owned makeup brand, and this is the Warrior collection by Juvia's Place. And when I say these colors are amazing, look at these colors. Beautiful colors. And they're nice pigment colors too. So we're just gonna do some, it's Boulay week for the pretty poodles. So let's do kind of a gold eyeshadow look. How about that? We'll do a little bit of gold eyeshadow. So I'm going to get this eyeshadow brush here, and I'm going to go to this color that's called Bakwa. So Bakwa is a tribe in Africa. All of these shades are named after tribes in Africa in the Juvia's Warrior Palace collection. And so we're going to go with Bakwa first. And we're going to just fill it in here, this pretty gold color. And you can see it's already, I'm not putting a lot on the brush, but it's already a nice pigment. to the lid here. You see that? And we'll do the same thing to the other lid. This gold Aqua shade. I love this gold. Love this gold. So we got the Aqua shade on. See that? And then to get up kind of in the crease, I'm going to use a darker shade. And this dark shade is called Dahomey, like the Dahomey warrior women. They are the, if you saw Black Panther, the women warriors, the Dora Milaje, they are, actually they use the Dahomey warrior women as the prototype for those characters in Black Panther. Yeah, so that gives us a little bit of gradient in color. So you see the light gold color kind of toward the bottom, and then you see this Dahomey kind of coppery color just above it to give us just a little pop of color. So that's all we're gonna do for the eyeshadow. Now let's get a little bit of eyeliner. Nothing too crazy, because again, I'm in the house. Where am I going, right? We're not going clubbing. We're not doing anything too insane. So what we're gonna do is, I have this little eyeshadow brush. Looks kind of like half a toothbrush. So I'm gonna use that, and I'm gonna go back into this Warrior palette and look for a dark color. So the dark color they have here is called Mino, and I'm gonna use that to line my eyes as an eyeliner. And so I'm just gonna drag it across like that. And that's all. That's my left eye lined. So let's do the same thing to the right eye. All done. Shadow and liner, less than what, 2 minutes? Because I'm lazy. I don't like to spend a whole lot of time beating my face. Never got time for that. It's hot. So let's finish blending in this concealer. And let's plan some hair. So what I have for that is, I figure we'll go simplest to most complex. So the first thing I'm going to do is play in a drawstring ponytail. So we have, oops, this drawstring ponytail from Outre, and this is, what is this? Big Beautiful Hair 3B Bouncy Curls. My curl pattern is like a 3B3C, so I figured the 3B Bouncy Curls would kind of be close to my texture hair. So this is a 3-day wash and go. So I washed my hair a couple days ago and just let it kind of air dry. So this is what you're looking at right now, 3-day-old wash and go. We're gonna take a bottle of water, just a regular spray bottle of water, kind of wet down our hair a little bit so it'll be easy to slick back into a ponytail. Ooh, child, that water feels good because it's hot in here. So now we're gonna get a brush. I just have a regular boar bristle brush, and we're gonna slick it back. Just a regular slick back, nothing too fancy. I mean, you can part it and do things like that, but I'm about simplicity, especially when it's hot and nobody's gonna see me under a quarantine anyway. But this is good for those of you who do Zoom meetings, things like that, and you just kind of want to have something quick to at least look to your coworkers like you tried. You slick your hair back in a little ponytail kind of action. Do I have ponytail holders? I do. Hold on one second. I got to get a little ponytail holder. All right. So I had these little elastic hair ties. And we're just going to use one of those to tie my hair back. Okay, and I'm gonna put it like in a little mini bun back here so that the drawstring ponytail can cover it up. So let's open this bad boy. Ooh, she's pretty too. I don't know if you can see the curl pattern. So it's a nice tight curl pattern. So again, if you want to look like you tried, but you really are not beat for spending a lot of time on hair and makeup, get yourself a drawstring ponytail. Treat yourself. All right, so this is what it looks like once you take the net off. See the loose curl pattern? It very similarly mimics African American hair. So we're gonna go ahead and cut this tag off. All right, so then we're just gonna loosen this drawstring a little, and then I'm gonna cover this little bump back here. See how the little mini bun? There's a comb right here. Just put it on the top, and then cover it up with this little dome that they provided to us. Hey, trees! Trees, trees. All right, so we're gonna pull this drawstring taut. Hold on 1 second. Ooh, it snapped on me, but I got it. Got it. All right. Pull the drawstring taut so you don't have any surprises. So this ponytail is in the color 2, dark brown to match my hair color. And then I'm just tucking the drawstring like into my hair. And then you see it's on here. And then if you want a little more kind of color pop or to cover the demarcation between your hair and the ponytail, just get like a little ponytail tie. I have this little flexible ponytail tie right here that I could just tie right around here like this. Tighten it up. And see, now it looks like you tried. Even though you didn't. Now you're ready for your Zoom videos. So that's the ponytail. Now, like I said, we're going to step up a little bit in difficulty. The ponytail is the easiest one because you're basically just putting your hair in a ponytail and slapping this ponytail over it. So now I'm going to take this ponytail off by loosening the drawstring, taking it off, taking the comb out, and that's it. Then when you store it, you can just put it right back in the bag it came from and store it. I don't know if you can see this, but over here, that's my wig tree. So for my whole wigs, I just put them on that little wig tree right there and store them. And then I have a little shoe storage rack for things like the ponytails that I put on the back of my closet. It just hangs on the door. So that's an easy way to store your wigs and your ponytails and half wigs, etc. Speaking of half wigs, that's what we're going to go into next. So I'm just going to lower this ponytail a little bit, make it a little bit lower so that it doesn't bulk up the half wig. So here we have a half wig. This is like a Dominican blowout half wig. We're just going to brush her out a little bit with that same boar bristle brush that we had before. Brush it out so it doesn't look ratchet. Take some pomade. I like Murray's. I know if you have a black grandmama, you've seen this orange can somewhere on her dresser. This is the Murray's Real Deal Pomade. This thing gets you slicked down. So we're just going to open this. Take a little bit of Murray's. About I guess a dime size. Put it in the palm of your hand and rub it together. Do your little shimmy. and slick it on back. See how slick it's getting already? Look at this. Slick, slick, slick. We'll just take a little bit more because these edges right here like this stay curly. So we'll just take a little bit more here. Keep it curled back. This side, same thing. Take that same boar bristle brush that we had before and watch how slick this Murray's gets you. Bone straight. Bone straight. So once you get that done, you take your half wig, the comb up here, put it where you want it to go. I put it like maybe right to this part. Yeah, right there looks good. Hold it down so it doesn't slide back. Pull the back comb, tuck it under here. And then on the side, you want to get some bobby pins and pin the sides. If your bobby pins don't fall on the ground like mine did, get you some bobby pins. That way it doesn't fly away. So pin it too. Do the other side. Kind of pull it forward towards your ear a little bit when you're pinning it. Pin it. Get yourself a pretty headband to cover this line of demarcation right here. So for this exercise, I had this little gray headband. Whoop. Now you don't even notice that this is a half wig or anything's going on under there because it's covered with the headband. And then you could also use something like these kind of elastic headbands if you want. More flexible. They give you less headaches than these little old school 1980s headbands do. If you really want to get jazzy, get yourself like a little turban or something like that. So if you go into like a little virtual church service, you got your little mother of the church turban with your half wig. They can't tell me anything. Look at this. I am ready for church service, honey. Yes. Put this behind my ear. Jesus, keep me near the cross. Yes. Okay. So that's the little church turban action with the half wig. That way you don't have to, you know, be burning up under a full wig when you go to your little virtual church service. So that's that. So now we're going to step it up. We're going to take off the half wig and go into full head wigs. For that, you want your hair to lay flatter. Some people will braid their hair and stuff like that under the wig. Number one, ain't nobody got time for cornrows. Number two, it's just easier to kind of slick it down. Usually I'll put my hair in like 2 pigtails or 2 French braids or something like that. So let's take this, my hair loose, because now this little rubber band has gotten in there. Here it comes. All right. Gotten the rubber band out. So to slick your hair down and make sure it's as flat as possible under your fuller wigs, I'm just splitting my hair kind of in half and doing like a little twist, twisting it to the back to flatten it down without braiding it. See, like that, just twisting it. And then what you can do is just stretch it across and then bobby pin it down with the same bobby pin you use with the half wig. And then do the same thing to the other side. Kind of twist it back. And then pin it down. Now, under your wigs, to protect your hair, you want to wear a wig cap. But what I noticed, if your hair is not very well moisturized before you use a wig cap, you're not going to want to use the traditional wig cap. You're going to want to use something like this. What this is this a satin lined wig cap. So it's satin on the side that touches your hair, kind of like, you know, you're supposed to sleep on a satin pillowcase to keep your hair from breaking off. And then the outside looks like a traditional kind of black wig cap. That way it keeps your hair moisturized under the wig. I'm just going to put this on. Keep my hair situation the way I want it to go. Slide it back a little bit. See that? And then for the summertime, when you don't want a whole lot of hair on your neck, you want to wear a bob. The bob is like, to me, the bob is, it looks good on everybody's face shape. Thanks, Rachel. The bob looks good on everybody's face shape. So whether you have a rounder face like mine or a slimmer face, a bob is a very forgiving cut. So I'm just going to slide this on the back of my head and then slide it forward. And then we have our bob. So you can wear it as a middle part here the way it comes, or you can shift it to left or right. So this one I like to wear as a middle part, but usually if I'm wearing a part in a wig, I like left side parts. So you'll see a lot of the wigs when I do videos and Instagram posts, I'll have a part like on the side instead of just down the middle. But lately I've been okay with the middle part. So this is a nice summery blonde color. You want to see it shifted? All right, so if we shift it, see how you shift it to the left and you get kind of this little swoop effect with the wig, and then you have kind of like this asymmetrical thing going on, which is very fashionable. So that's what it looks like when you shift it to the left. It gives you this little air of mystery with this little swoop going down this way. So now we're gonna unbox a new wig I haven't unboxed yet. If you want to do like a full glamorous lace wig. This one, I got her a couple of months ago, but I haven't. Thanks, Rachel. I haven't unboxed her yet. This is Laisha. They always come with these extra names. Laisha. She is from Sensationnel and the Shear Muse line. They have different lines of wigs that they come out with, and this one is the Shear Muse line. This one comes with baby hair and everything. I'm a little kind of, I'm not always in love with the baby hairs. I usually slick them back because sometimes the baby hairs are just too much. They swallow your face, but some people look very good with the baby hairs. I just haven't mastered them. That's not my ministry. Now, what I do with these scissors? Just snatch it down there like that. All right, so this one is one of my favorite colors. It's the kind of auburn color. I love an auburn colored wig. So it comes with dark roots because the hair that grows out of my head is not auburn, it's dark brown. So it comes with the dark brown roots that look more like my hair, and then it's kind of an ombre effect that goes down into the auburn color. So let's get this taken off. All right, let's cut this tag off. Look at this. I want to cut the tag things without cutting the hair. All right, because these wigs are not cheap. All right, so we took the net off. So this is what the hair looks like without the net. It's very soft. It's kind of a deep wave. Like, I don't know. Yeah, like maybe a deep wave. And then here is the lace. The lace is a little bit on the dark side, but I'm going to make it work. So let's take these clips off. And then for these, the lace front wigs, you have to cut the lace off of the front. You see the lace, you have to cut that part. So get these trusty scissors, and then I start by kind of cutting down the middle. I'm not good at cutting on camera, but we'll see what we can do. That. And then let me see if some people will cut it while they're wearing it. Now this is going to be an exercise because I'm not used to doing it that way, but I want to make sure you're able to see how to cut the lace off the wig. So let's pull this back up the front. Get Miss Laisha and cut her stock card off. Alright, so there are two ways you can put these wigs on. One way is back to front, the way I put the bob on, and the other way is front to back, because usually what I'll do is I'll part my hair where I want to see the part. Like if I wanted a middle part, I would part my hair down, kind of down the middle. Let me see, I have a rat tail comb here. Yeah, got my rat tail comb, and I'll take my hair and kind of part it down the middle. So that way it'll blend more easily with the part on the wig. So when I'm putting it on, I got you, Mandy. Hey, girl. So line up the middle part with the part in your hair. Kind of hold it down and then pull it back so that it's snug on your head. And since I have a lot of like hair of my own, and it's kind of, I don't braid it down, it's bulky in the back, I like to get wigs that have kind of a more forgiving wig cap, or what they call big head friendly wig caps. You know, and then some people have just extra cranium to begin with, so they would want the big head friendly cap. This one's pretty forgiving. So now you can see how it's kind of lined up with the part in my hair. Now I'm going to pin it back so that I can finish cutting this lace off, especially since the lace is darker, kind of darker than my skin tone. We will get this. Get it right, get it right. So let's hold it back. What I do with these pins. Pin it back. And then we have our little scissors. Hopefully I don't cut my full self. If we do, just send it to Black Twitter. They'll put a remix with music to it like they dragged Will and Jada this week. So let's see. Yep, okay, so we're just gonna cut this lace here. Not bad, I didn't cut myself, that's good. Alright. Yep, so Mandy, they make partial wigs and closures and things like that that can cover bald spots. They also make this stuff like in a little can that's like powdered hair that like you can put on, and stuff you can spray called topics. Because I've seen some of the wig reviewers who have kind of like thinner hairlines, they'll use the topics hair filler stuff to fill in, and it like matches the natural you know, you get one with the color that matches your hair color and you can't even tell. She said you gotta focus. I hear that, Rachel, because I don't want to cut my fool self messing around trying to get this lace. All right, so I got most of the laces up. Okay, this one here tried to be sneaky because I'm trying not to cut the hair on the wig or my own hair. So yeah, I better focus, right? So now let's get the other side, because this is no joke. trying to get this lace right. But the texture of this wig is nice and soft. I like it. So it feels like, you know, I got a relaxer in my hair and it's silked out. That's what the texture of this wig feels like. Alright. Child, this is a whole struggle. I'm about to take this wig off and cut it that way. But I'm almost done. So let's see if we can cut it. And I'm looking in my mirror on my vanity to make sure I'm doing okay. So if you're like, where are you looking? Looking in the mirror down here. Because I am not a professional. So these lace front wigs used to intimidate me though. When I first got in the wig game, I would just do like half wigs because I was nervous about cutting lace. I didn't know what to do to cut it. But it's really not too bad once you get the hang of it. You're just pretty much coloring in the lines with your scissors, so to speak. Getting this, I'm taking this off. Hold on 1 second. You always got that one stubborn sucker. All right, so what I'm doing is, I'm gonna get close so you can see what I'm doing. I'm taking the scissors and just cutting just before I get to the hairline of the hair. And I might have to turn some lights on because another thing is it's starting to get dark. Ooh, child. Yeah, let's get some lights. Starting to get dark. Oh yeah, that's better. Once I turned the light on, it was like, okay. That was the move right there. Turn on some lights. Turn on some lights. All right. And you kind of want to do like a zigzag motion when you cut so it doesn't have that like straight line where people are like, oh, I know that's a wig, girl. So you cut kind of like in a zigzag motion. All right. So let's try this again. So I have my part up here. I'm going to pull this forward, this wig cap. And let's try it from the back this time and see what happens. Yep. And see what I mean about these baby hairs? Like, why are they so long? Why do we need all of this? And some people are good with like slicking them down and making little circles and swirlies and things like that with them. Me, not so much. Now you can see it's kind of humpy a little bit here. So what you would do with that is you would just take like a curling wand or something like that, put it on low heat, and then just kind of drive it across here a little bit to flatten it down so that it doesn't look humpy. And then with me and these baby hairs, since we don't really see eye to eye, I usually just kind of comb mine in, and I'll take some more of this Murray's pomade and put it against these little wig baby hairs and sweep them to the side so I don't have to see them and I don't have to deal with it like that. And then to get the part in the wig to match the part in my hair, because you can see the part in the wig is a little bit darker than my skin, is I will take some pressed powder that's closer to my skin tone. I have this Revlon Color Stay pressed powder. This is the color medium. And I just take like a little angled eyeliner brush and sweep it across the pressed powder and then put it in the, see how it lightens up the part and it defines the part so that it looks more like what my parting space would look like instead of the parting space for somebody who's darker. And then I just kind of blend it in. And so now the part is more defined. Ta-da! That's the wig. Now, if you want a shorter look, because again, it's hot outside, so that's why we did the ponytail, which most of your hair is not covered. You just slicked it back and had the ponytail, so that was summer friendly. Then we did the half wig to be summer friendly, where it's only covering kind of half of your head and you had a headband. This is hot, so you're going to want to be somewhere with air conditioning if you wear Miss Thing. See, Laisha is like, but she's pretty now. You know, she goes down to, I'm 5'7.5", and she goes down to kind of almost just above my backside, not quite sure. She's like waist length. Hi, Aunt Clara. And so, yeah, so this is a hot one. This is, you're only going somewhere where there's air conditioning, you're indoors, or, you know, you're in the car with the wind blowing on your hair. You don't want to wear this anywhere it's going to be hot. So this is not barbecue hair. Now, if you want a pixie cut, I have this one. This is Acacia. This is my favorite pixie cut wig when I want to do like short hair. And so I'll brush her out. And then I usually don't wear this one when I'm in the house because my husband hates this wig. He hates her. But he likes the long ones and he likes the bobs. But he don't like this one here. Let's try her on, Acacia. Because again, she's not going to be on your neck. But she's a full cap now, so she's not like the half wig. She's going to cover your whole head, but at least not cover your neck. So this is what she looks like. Full cap. Start from the back, pull it up front. Put the cap under. There's like a braid here. And see how it's, I love this. I don't know why he doesn't like it, but he's not a fan of this one right here, child. And then you want to kind of style it to how you know, you would like to wear it, depending on, there's a lot going on. So you can do like a mushroom, but usually what I do is I kind of comb it to the side a little bit. Give me kind of like a little Halle Berry action. Comb it to the side. And then it's got little sideburns that you can kind of bring down to look like you grown. I love this. Yep, I'm gonna wear this downstairs just to get on his nerve when I get off this live. Oh, I love this short wig. So yeah, if you want like a short pixie cut where you don't have a bunch of hair on your neck because it's hot outside, then this is the kind of wig you want to get, where your neck is not even covered, but you're having a good hair day in less than 2 minutes, because you literally just plop it on and then just kind of tease it and style it how you want it to look. And that's it. Thanks for playing in wigs and makeup with me today. I love everybody. Stay safe out there. Stay healthy out there. Stay woke out there. I love you. Bye.